dos, uno.
Ooh, ha, 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 ha.
You did the count.
I was a count.
from
I'm a count from Sesame Street,
I was just doing
man.
like the telenovela voice.
Oh, not me. I was going
Like,
one.
un hombre,
You have an
dos
R2D2 mug?
Man, that's BB-8, man. R2D2. You don't
What's
know
the difference
nothing
between
about Star Wars.
BB who? BB King?
BB King. It's BB King.
The BB-8? Is that what it's called?
Yes, what I just said 8 seconds ago.
BB-8?
Yes.
BB-8 is orange and R2D2 is blue.
That's very good.
Who's smarter?
So what color is this?
That's orange.
So who is this?
That's BB-8.
Boom! Star Wars Jedi Master.
Hey guys, if you didn't think I knew anything about Star Wars, I think again. I watched that one the other day with that giant platypus talking.
The giant platypus.
Yeah, he looked like a giant, like almost like a basset hound mixed with a platypus, and he had a really high voice.
Man, what? Your description of Star Wars is amazing.
And he talks
From which movie?
I don't know, but he talks in Pig Latin, it sounds like.
Dang it.
A really high voice.
Are you talking about Jar Jar Binks? Misa.
Yeah, like the giant.
A walrus?
No, like a basset hound ears, but with like
He
a
did have floppy ears.
Yeah, with like platypus almost face. So he was like
Sort
a
of.
bassipus.
I like the way you described Jar Jar, though. That's cool.
He's like a bassipus who speaks Pig Latin. But I really like that guy, man. Do people not like him?
People give Jar Jar the hardest time.
He's so
I mean,
happy.
Such a hard time. No, they gave that Asian girl in the new ones the hardest time. Oh my
Yeah.
God. But before her, he was Ali. She just became Mike Tyson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a different generation's heavyweight champ.
But
I'm
he
just
wa-
still letting everyone know we're live.
Yeah, he was happy though. That's why I liked the bassipus. Because the bassipus was like, hey, Misu, what's up, Ishi Boo Boo? And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, man, I like that voice. I was a little high.
That was good. No, that was good Gungan right there.
Yeah.
He was a Gungan. That was the race.
Gungan?
Gungan, yeah.
Man, they got to think of a better name than Gungan.
It's an alien planet. Maybe that's a beautiful word where they're from. You see
Gungan?
what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
sounds weird to us.
Yeah, I'm
Like
with
you
that.
hear a dude's last name in, like Yugoslavia, it sounds weird to you.
Yeah.
But he hears the name Prinze, he's like, that's bullshit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well, okay.
Respect fictional races.
I do. I respect all fictional races. Misu. Hey, everybody. Prinze and the Wolf. This is
Wolf and
Josh
the Prince.
Wolf.
Pretty Prince.
Man, okay, I want to get into your wrestling, but I want to say one thing real quick.
We're never going to get into
We
it.
are, because I'm
No,
going
we're not.
to tell you 2 stories and we're going to be done. First of all,
You dick. You are such a jerk.
I just want to tell about my Lyft driver.
I know you do, but you said 2 stories, and we're going to get sidetracked.
Nope.
And we're going to have 6 minutes
Nope.
to go, and then we're just going to do a Rushmore.
Okay, here's what
instead.
we're going to do. We're going to do this Lyft story, and then we're going to talk wrestling, and then we'll find out what happened.
You're such a jerk.
promise.
You're such a liar.
No.
And you're mean.
No. I'm on board for this.
You're off board.
By the way, I was really.
You're the meanest podcast
You remember
partner.
when I sent you those pictures of the socks, you and Jeff Dye?
Yeah. You hated my choice.
I was.
Tell everybody
So it was
what the
Dusty
choices
Road
were.
socks and Clubber Lang socks. And so I saw them, and the Clubber Lang were like old school, almost. What are those called? The white ones with the stripes, 3 stripes.
Yeah, like the old school that you would wear with the Adidas.
Yeah, but they had his face on it.
Yeah.
And so I thought for sure I sent you Clubber Lang and Dusty Rhodes, you and Jeff Dye. And I thought 100% Jeff Dye is going to be like, buy the Dusty Road socks. But I thought you would sneaky say, get them Clubber Langs.
No, over Dusty, the American dream.
But those Clubber Langs were sweet.
He's an American.
What?
Come on, America. Well, that wasn't his best gimmick
But
that he had.
you-
that was more WWE
The
style.
Clubber
but-
Lang socks?
No, you forget, dude. One of my favorite promos in the history of wrestling was Dusty Rhodes, because he could be super arrogant and humble at the same time. And he had this promo. I did it for you, like in our first like 20 episodes.
By the way, a great description. Arrogant and humble at the same time.
He was amazing.
Yeah,
He
that's
literally
crazy.
would say, I just can't believe that 260 pounds of blue-eyed soul could captivate a country the way I have. And if you break that down, it's like, that's some arrogant Muhammad Ali stuff to say, but he had this way of disarming you And he came off great to white people and black people in the South because he had so much like soul and he had suffered as well. And people just connected to him.
You know what I like about
Dusty Rhodes, not polka dot Dusty Rhodes, old school Dusty Rhodes, which is what you said.
Yes.
Over Clubber Lang. Polka dot Dusty Rhodes with the yellow polka dots and the black trunks. I may lean Clubber Lang, even though he was a one-trick pony.
Can I tell you something?
That's right, I said it. Clubber Lang, one-trick pony.
Yeah, but that one trick...
You never heard about him again, though?
That one trick would knock you
Career
the fuck out.
over.
What do you mean?
Career over after that.
I think he went to A-Team.
My bad.
Not terrible, you know.
Good job, Clubber. Good job.
Hey, by the way, what a great role, B.A. Barracus. What a great...
What?
Barracuda? B.A. Barradoose.
B.A. Barracus. I'm not going to sit here and let you disrespect the name of one of my childhood heroes.
What I just call it, Barracus? B.A. Barracus?
I will not, Josh, I will not sit here and let you slander.
Hey, let me just say.
The good name of B.A. Barracus.
By the way, not obviously one of your heroes because you're not picking him over
I don't
Dusty
pick Clubber
Rhodes.
Lang.
Oh, right.
That's a different story.
Right, okay.
I still have an 18 piggy bank.
Yeah.
I'm going to tweet a photo of it later. It's got a Mr. T bobblehead on top, and he's driving the van, but his whole head sticks out. And that piggy bank, by the way, it's probably got about $80 and change in it.
Let me tell you two more. Let me ask you another question. Real question. And then I'm going to get to my story. All right? And by the way, we're putting this out to you, the listeners. I want to know what your answer is.
Son of a bitch.
If you had the ability and you were like, I get to have this ride. This is my ride. You take the Scooby-Doo van or the A-Team van?
A-Team van. I've already had the Scooby-Doo van. This is about fantasy. I literally already had it. Nobody else in the world can say that but me. You know how sick that I hold that over everyone. Where
is that?
Like
right
a
now?
King with a scepter. Just you will never take. And only you can't overthrow me because it just can't be done. Like the animated voices don't count. They ain't never been in it. They didn't ever get.
You
to drive
drove
it
the
and claim it as their
actual.
own. Yeah, me. One person. Me. That's it. Me. First, last, forever. Me. Y'all don't get to have it. I get to have it. So suck it.
Wait. That is true. You're the person who drove the van. Nobody else in the Scooby-Doo drove the van ever.
Maybe Shaggy drove it, but who owned it? Me.
Yeah.
Me. My van. Mine.
So you'd go the A-Team van.
Yeah.
Do you think it's probably decked out a little more inside?
By the way, at Universal Studios in the 80s, there was a halfway point on the tram ride that you would go on, and you could get snacks, go to the bathroom, and they had the DeLorean there, and they had the A-Team van, and they had it rigged that it was super light and kind of on this thing, so you could lift the van and take a picture with a Polaroid camera.
Pretty great.
Polaroid's something you can Google later.
Yeah.
But it was awesome, and I lifted the A-Team van because of the guns.
But the guns are looking good, man.
Baby.
Hey, listen, everybody. Send me in what you like, and let me just tell you my story, and then we get into wrestling. Last night, you saw this on my Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Okay, so last night, after my high life.
This is actually pretty cool.
So I'm in my... By the way...
I'm less mad at you now for us not getting to Rumble.
We're about to get to it. Last night, I'm high after the high life. And I'm like, I can't drive, but I need to go to Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Because there's some things there.
You're a responsible guy, dude. I like when you throw that out there.
Yeah. I can't. So, and it was only even... And I don't live that far from there. The guy was even like, this is where you're going? But on my ride down, right, I get in. And I got to tell you about both. So I get in, I'm high. And the guy's playing, and I decide I'm not going to put headphones in this ride. I've also taken a mushroom. So I'm like, I want to connect with whoever's in the car. I want to connect with people at Whole Foods. I want to connect, right? So I get in the car, and before I can say anything, this dude has the Marshall Tucker band. Can't you see, right? Blasting up, right? And he turns it down. I go, hey, don't turn that down, man. And he goes, do you mind if I put it back to the beginning?
He's as old as you?
Okay. Maybe older. He goes, can I put it back to the beginning? I go, yeah. My man
Can I put it back to the beginning?
I said, yeah.
He
loves
song.
it. So my man has one of those like a bucket hat.
That was like me with Dr. Dre in the 90s.
100%.
Hey, you want me to start it over?
Yeah.
I just picked you up. Yeah, start it over. Okay.
Right? So he's got a bucket hat, all white hair in a ponytail, some John Lennon spectacle glasses. Ready for this? And a San Francisco Giants poncho.
I don't like him very much right now.
But he's wearing a poncho, which means we like him. So he's listening to it. And he can tell that I'm digging the music. So he turns it up. He goes, you like this song, huh? I go, yeah. So he and I ride in silence. But when I say ride in silence, I mean also singing at the same time together. Two strangers. One in the back seat, one in the front. But singing, can't you see? Oh, every now and then I'd catch him in the rear view and he'd look at me. I'd be like, can't you see? Right?
You guys are like Hall & Oates in that moment where they look at each other.
Killing it, right?
And they're like nodding. We got this.
So I'm driving down past the Grove on Fairfax. And and we're grooving to Marshall Tucker. And then he says the most unexpected thing. We drive by this restaurant and he goes, clam linguine in there is bomb. And I was like, what? I was not expecting that from white hair, ponytail, Marshall Tucker.
No, those kind of men know their linguine.
But he wasn't going to say bomb.
Good point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, bomb.
I was thinking food. You were thinking vernacular.
Yeah.
I got you, though.
But he said, you should really go in there. And so he gave me, and we pull in, right? Whole Foods, he said, have a great night. I said, me too. I go, thanks for the music, man. Dude, I'm leaving Whole Foods, I call. I get in this guy's car. In the Air Tonight is blaring.
This could be scary or awesome.
So
you're on mushrooms.
Yeah, and I sit down, and he goes, I'm sorry, it's still that. He has got an accent. I'm not going to do it because it'll sound super racist. But
where is he from?
Somewhere in the Middle East,
okay,
probably.
So, yeah, don't do the accent.
Right. So, and he turns it down. I go, oh man, don't turn it down. I love this song. He goes, me too. I just heard it today for the first time. And
you almost did the accent.
Yeah.
That was so good though, bro. Like, you were so pro. You were so next level.
I went in
just
for
killed it on David Spade's show or something, man. You're next level.
I went in for a half second and popped out of the accent.
You did.
So he goes, no, I just heard it today for the first time. He said, this song is amazing.
He just heard
In the Air Tonight.
For the first time?
And he goes, have you heard the drums on this song? I go, yeah, bro.
This isn't an act. He legit just heard it.
First time. So
he's having like the Mike Tyson experience with it.
Dude.
This is amazing.
It's exactly right. So I'm watching. I got to tell you, not only was I high.
Someone pull this clip and at Phil Collins on it. But this is amazing.
I don't have that clip. I have.
No, I just mean what we're talking about right now to get to talk to someone who just heard that song for the first time.
So you know me, man. I like people who are experiencing joy. That really brings me joy. I like watching people have fun.
It doesn't matter if you know what the hell they're talking about or not. It doesn't matter how weird it seems. If
you're having fun
and not hurting people, you dig that.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
I enjoy. You know, people give Fallon a hard time. Not a lot of substance. I agree with that. But I'm not watching the Tonight Show for substance. I'm watching it because I want to see people have a good time.
Yeah, I honestly just want to. I don't want to see any of the interviews. I just want to see them have fun.
I want to see the games.
I just want to fuck up.
I love that. I love that. I'll say fuck up for you.
Thanks.
And so
he got a BB-8 cup. I gotta watch what I say, man.
Dude, this dude was the way he was talking about the song. I was like, man, this is the best ride ever.
That's amazing.
And he goes, I want to nail the words because I'm a great singer. And he said, do you know?
He said, I'm a great singer.
Great singer.
I love this.
And I went, oh.
I like this guy more than the Giants fan.
And I'll tell you, he was so happy and so confident and so psyched to be doing this job. He goes, I got to tell you, I really like you. And I said, I really like you too. And he goes, last person I got in the car didn't like my music and told me to turn it off. And I told him, I love this music, man. Right? And he was just a joyous guy.
Dude, you are the perfect passenger
for this guy?
Dude.
Oh, my God.
Because you're just like, people think today like comics are dicks or whatever. Sorry, they do. But you're so open-minded, dude, and you match the energy that people bring. You were the perfect passenger to give this guy more foundation for his confidence. He gave
me his number. He was like, listen.
Sorry, I always interrupt you, but continue.
So he goes, do you know what other song I just learned that I really sing well? And I said, no, what? And he said, Lady by Kenny Rogers. And I went, oh. And he turned around and he looked right at me before we left the parking lot. He goes, do you want me to sing it to you? And I said, yes. Yes, I do. That's exactly what I want to happen right now. And he goes, okay. He goes, but you don't live too far away. I might have to circle the block a couple times. And I was like, I go, yeah.
He didn't say, "Oh, we'll just stop when we get there." He wants you to hear the whole thing. I hope this guy gets on American Idol and crushes one day.
So he starts to get in. Lady. And as soon as he opens with Lady, Freddie, I said to him, "Hey, let's start the song over. Do you mind if I film this?" And he said, "I would love that."
This is like a long lost brother.
Dude, so we're laughing. He's singing. He keeps looking at me. He's doing it with his hands. And he goes to me.
Driving with the knee.
Oh, he was
rocking it.
He was so joyous while he was singing it.
Kenny Rogers doesn't drive with his hands, bro. He's never put his hands on the wheel in his life.
He floats.
Steers with one leg, one hand around the lady, one on the brewski, and he just cruises.
You know what drives his Kenny Rogers car? His voice.
That's right, dude. It runs on olive oil.
Yeah.
He's the Chuck Norris of the country music world.
This dude, I go, "What's your name, man?" And he said, "Alien." And I went, "What?" Huh? And he goes, "Well, when I became a citizen, I wanted to have a unique name. And my name, they used to call me Alan, but I changed it to Alien." And I was like,
"All right."
Yeah, I said, "All right." I go, "You should."
A lot of rappers do that. They do cool stuff like that.
I said, "You should maybe stick with Alan." And he goes, "You think?" And he goes, I was
in
like,
professional situations, Alan, and then for the homies, Alien.
Showed me his license. Straight up Alien. Alien Smith is his name.
Alan, if you're watching, dude, that's a pain in the butt to get changed.
Yeah.
But switch that up to Alan. You'll get less hassle if you get pulled over.
Alien
and
Smith.
With all the homies, you Alien. I'll call you Alien every time.
But he said to me, "Would you ride in my car again, my friend?" And I said,
every time.
You know it, Alien. And I go, "What song are you mastering next?" And he goes, "Next time I pick you up, I will know all the words to In the Air Tonight." And I was like, okay.
Bro, someone needs, I'm telling you,
this dude.
Someone please tag Phil Collins. Get in touch with him. He would, I'm not even trying to be funny. If Phil Collins saw somebody this early on in experiencing his song and being compelled enough to want to sing it, he would shit.
Dude, you know what?
He would shit.
You know what's fun to... Have you ever watched any of the videos online of people experiencing songs for the first time?
No, I've never even heard of such a thing.
There is a video that I'm going to send to you of this dude experiencing Freebird for the first time. Young black guy. Young black guy. He is losing his mind. He's like, "Oh, shit, oh, shit." It's one of the best videos I've ever seen. But watching him experience, but so guys, it's on I posted it actually on my Instagram page, so you can check it out.
And I think it's on Twitter too. I think
I put it on Twitter also.
Twitter. So please go watch that.
Lady.
You guys.
Oh man, Alien, if you're listening, bruh.
Alien, respect, man.
I will be calling you. And by the way, I don't want, guy. I'm sure some people are gonna be like, "Hey, let us all have Alien's number so he can pick us up." Nope. This is me and Alien.
I got the mystery machine. Josh has Alien.
Yeah,
and
man.
We do not share.
Freddie.
I'll teach you how to be an only child. It's a beautiful experience.
But one day, you and I should take a ride with Alien.
Bro, I'm telling you, he should take us to Disneyland.
Something, a long drive.
Yeah.
We got to get more than one song.
Yeah, it can't be Whole Foods around the block.
We're going to need a couple of songs. I'll have to tell him, pick out a playlist.
That'll be the time I listen to country music is when Alien sings.
When he sings you Kenny Rogers, dude, you feel it.
You know what he should work on next?
Huh.
You got to know when to hold them. Know when to fall. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna go one step further.
Have him work that low register.
I might even buy a phone from 7-Eleven that I just text Alien on because I don't want him to have my number.
Drop phone?
Yeah. But I just might have one number in that phone. It just might be Alien.
Law & Order SVU phone.
I don't want him to have this number.
Yeah, okay. You don't know him well enough, but you respect him as an artist.
Yes. So I do. I don't want to. I want to see him again. Yeah.
Whitney Cummings would give her her number.
That's a different number she gives out.
Why throw her under the bus? I was trying to make you look weak.
Oh yeah. Listen. By the way, Whitney's new material. She's such a good writer. I watch her, and I'm like. I remember that joke from a month ago. It's already here. She works so hard.
She's in the zone right now.
But her work ethic is unmatched. Unmatched. When she used to go on the road with us when we used to do Comedians at Chelsea Lately, and all of us idiots would go out, and she'd go straight from the gig to her room to write.
Outwork Joe.
100%.
Hey man, comedy was a man's game for a long time,
Nah.
so she probably has felt compelled to do that.
She outworked all of us tenfold.
Well, you, of course, you were on shrooms and hanging out with,
lady.
That ain't hard to outwork. I just outworked you right now. I didn't write a joke.
You can't outfun me, man.
No.
And by the way, one last thing, Freddie, that I hope you watch. After my show on Friday night or Thursday night in Tempe, my opener, a guy named Sandy Danto, who you might have met on Chaos a couple times, he had never seen this video, Cake Farts. Have you ever seen Cake Farts?
Of course not.
What?
No.
You've never seen Cake Farts?
Am I the controlled chaos producer? Do I think the way your sick brain thinks?
All right, so I'm going to Anthony, you seen Cake Farts? Yeah. It's one of the funniest, dude.
I'm not doubting that.
I'm going to send you the link.
But how long have you known? Do you not know me at all?
I do.
To know that I don't even know what that means.
Cake farts?
Like, are you blowing out the candles with a fart?
Oh, boy. I don't know. It's the best. Listen, but
It's the best for you. Is this something that I'm going to go, Josh, why did you, and then you just laugh at my reaction? Is that what this is?
I'm going to tell you.
Because I don't want to do that.
I have never showed this video to anybody and had them not say, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
You know me. There's times I get mad when you make me laugh at stuff that I don't want to laugh at.
Well, you're going to want to laugh at this. Mad. There's so many layers as to why this is funny, dude.
Layers in the cake.
Oh, my God. There's so many great layers. But I put up a reaction video today of Sandy watching Cake Farts for the first time. Man. Wowzers.
All right, well, we can do one of those maybe.
Hit me with some wrestling.
What?
That was it. One story.
Bro.
Look we're only 18 minutes in. Hit me with the story.
So pro today.
Turtle van is the best van, says John Lee Brody.
John, you just crapped on well it is, but
is the turtle van better?
Bro, it's so much better.
Why?
Have you not seen the toy?
Is it better on the inside?
First of all, it's loked out with video games because it's the Ninja Turtles, and you know there's pizza in there. But you can literally press this button on the top. The door slides open, a bar comes out, and Donatello's swinging on a bow staff ready to kick ass. Nothing like that happens on a mystery van. That's messed up to say, John, but he's not wrong.
What's in the mystery van in the back? Anything?
Shaggy and Scooby.
But that makes it the best for me.
It stinks. They're just farting and shitting and doing that back there, man.
Yeah, but they got some good snacks.
But I don't get to eat those. I have to drive and be responsible. The turtle van, come on.
What about the 18 van? What's in the back? There's got to be gadgets back there.
Manliness. What are you
But there's
talking
got to be gadgets and shit.
There's testosterone, sweat, and blood.
Raw meat.
Now that one 18 van wins versus Ninja Turtle. They have
it does?
Who drives the 18 van? Say his name with respect.
B.A. Baracus.
Damn it, Josh. Come on, man.
B.A. Baracus?
You're just being a dick for no reason. You could have just taken the handoff.
B.A. Baracus?
Instead of getting that, like, when Walter Payton won a Super Bowl but didn't get a touchdown. F you, John Lee Brody. That's what you get for saying my van sucks.
Some people I showed Ross Matthews that
Cake Farts. Is this? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was equally impressed.
When you say impressed, how would he describe it? Disgusted? Not how you would describe it, how he would describe it. Honestly.
Okay. Honestly, shocked at first, which led to hysterical laughter. That's what I would say with most people. They're like, what the fuck? And then they can't stop laughing.
Damn it. Oh, maybe we'll do one later.
Freddie, I promise you.
I find 90% of the stuff you find funny disgusting
95
and horrible.
Maybe 95%.
What did I say? 90?
Yeah.
I meant 95.
Yeah.
But we'll watch it. Funny you have that shirt on. I want to tell you something after the stream that happened yesterday that you're going to think is cool.
Really?
Yeah, that I want your help with.
I'm excited. All right, so let's hear.
Okay.
Because there was a Royal Rumble.
There was a rumble of royalness, yes.
And will you explain to everybody, because I'm assuming that not everybody knows wrestling as well as you, what is Royal Rumble and all that stuff?
Everybody knows the rules to the Royal Rumble.
All right.
Everybody loves wrestling. Okay, the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay-per-view since I was a little kid. I don't care about WrestleMania, which is the biggest one. I don't care about SummerSlam. I don't care about Hell in a Cell. I don't care about any of those. They're just matches to me. The Royal Rumble is 30, sometimes 40 contestants that come out every 2, and depending on the year and depending on whether it's men or women, they change the time. But 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Sometimes I think in the past it was even 3 minutes, although I could be wrong on that.
How many does it start with?
2. 2 people in the ring.
Is it unfair to be in there first?
It's wrestling, it's not,
right,
it's a story.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. Like Rey Mysterio was a one spot and won the whole thing, and that's I'm pretty sure the only time that's ever happened. You got to be in ill shape to be able to hold the match. But we are going to talk about people who held this match together at the 1 and 2 slot in just a second. But every time a new contestant comes in, you could have 30 people in there at the same time. Anytime a combatant is thrown out of the ring over the top rope, they're eliminated. There's no pinfalls, no submissions, no knockouts, no any of that. You get thrown over the top rope, you're out. You get thrown in between the ropes and your feet hit the ground, no worries. But if you get over the top rope and your 2 feet touch the ground, you're done, you're out. The winner of the Royal Rumble gets to challenge the champion of their choice at WrestleMania. So it's a star maker match, or at least has been. This year's men's one was kind of stupid, and we'll get into that too. But anyway, the first one was the Women's Royal Rumble.
Why is this your favorite? Why do you like it more than the? And there's no single matches at all the whole night.
There are, but they are what they are.
All right.
You'll love this. The Royal Rumble is my favorite because it is controlled chaos.
I like that.
It is just madness in the ring, but when you take a step back and look at it, you see, oh, this was these wrestlers' story. That's going to spawn off into storylines and reasons for them to fight in the future. This group's story, that was them.
Can I ask an honest question?
Yeah.
So say you, at one point in time, are there ever 20 people in the ring at the same time?
I couldn't give you an exact number, but it's been pretty full up.
Okay, so say there's 20 people. Is it predetermined who's fighting with who? Do you know what I mean?
It's predetermined the order in which everyone is eliminated.
Right. Okay.
So there's some freestyle spots in there,
right,
but when you get eliminated is choreographed.
Okay.
And so if there's ever like 20 people in the ring, odds are the next person out is going to be a giant, and they're going to clear like 10 people out so that we can tell some new stories with the newer people that are in there. So that first group will start to get eliminated.
And when they eliminate the giants, I'm assuming people team up.
Team up.
To throw onto the giant over
those are the
rope.
storylines. Hey, come on, Josh, let's team up and let's get Anthony. We got to get him out. He's a giant. And then we get him out, and then I'm celebrating. Yeah, we got him out. And you F me over and grab me and throw me over the rope. And you're like, sorry, bro. And I'm like, you bastard. And then 2 weeks from now, you and I fight because you did that. So it gives the ability for multiple people to get over. Now, the Women's Royal Rumble was great. And it was great because of 2 women. And it was the number 1 and the number 2 entrants. Alexa Bliss, who I've talked to you about a million times.
Yep.
The first time we spoke about her, she had like a Harley Quinn thing going on. She's great on the microphone. I think she's top 5 out of men or women as far as having like all the skill sets necessary.
Okay.
She can really work in there, and she's in good shape. So she has the cardio to last a long time in there. But she's number 1. Number 2 is another girl I've mentioned on here a long time ago as someone to watch out for, and that's this girl, Bianca Bel-Air. She was this track star from the University of Tennessee. She is jacked, like Bruce Lee jacked, black, crazy braid that she uses in the ring. I told you she was whipping girls with it, remember?
Yeah.
And she's strong, bro. Like, she can lift and hold any girl in the division. She can shoulder press them. Like, she's no joke, but she's young and she's green. And her mic skills aren't at the level of Alexa Bliss, but she's learning.
Where's Charlotte in all this?
She comes out later.
Okay.
She comes out near the end, and she was the winner of the Royal Rumble.
Good.
Yeah, our first guest.
Our only
We've had
guest.
many. Oh, yeah, I was gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
But
By
yeah,
the way,
our only guest. Everyone else has refused us, guys. We tried to get all your.
How do you feel about Jeff Garland coming on the show? He actually texted me.
I don't care.
All right. Funny guy, comedian.
As long as they're cool, yeah.
You know Jeff? Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I don't know him.
Yeah,
but
you
as
know
long as people are nice and cool,
good,
then the answer is always yes.
All right, good.
I literally never met him.
Okay.
So anyway, but we never met Charlotte. So anyway, Alexa and Bianca start this match, and for 2/3 of it, they are still in it. And they're helping tell every single story coming along. Alexa has a tag team partner. She has to outlast this beatdown. When her tag team partner gets in, all of a sudden their strength is doubled. Now they have a better opportunity. Eventually her partner's eliminated, so she's for sure out. No, she's gutsy, can be evil if she needs to be. She can make anyone look good regardless of the wrestler she's with. And she lasts for 2/3 of it before she's finally eliminated. Tons of girls have come in. all these NXT girls, which is the AAA division basically that they pull from, and then you're on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. These girls are coming in, having great spots, having a chance to get over, which means earn some of the audience's love and respect so that they don't want to change the channel when you're on TV.
Yeah.
And that's what this match is. It's to build and create multiple stars, to give multiple people an opportunity to shine, right? That's the whole point of the match as defined to me by Vincent Kennedy McMahon, okay? It's a chance to get multiple wrestlers over. So they keep doing this, Eventually, Alexa's out. Bianca Bel-Air, I'm like, oh, they're going to throw her out right away now. No, they leave her in the ring with now some of the veterans and pros. Beth Phoenix, legend. She was there when I was there. Doesn't work regularly anymore, but was a part of this story. Natalya Neidhart, who was Jim the Anvil Neidhart's daughter with the beard.
I remember him.
She was there when I was there. She's in there kicking butt. All these like top dogs are in there, right? And she still is. And she's looking good and clean. And at certain times, she's breathing through her nose, bro. Like she's not even breathing hard. And she's been in there 30 minutes. Like it's nothing. Okay?
Yeah.
Eventually, she gets eliminated. There's a final thing, and Charlotte gets over. But multiple girls got over in this match. And that's why I want to keep reinforcing that. Multiple people. And that's going to bring us to the Men's Royal Rumble, which was garbage. It was Brock Lesnar as the champion saying, I'm going to be the number one entrant.
Is he the champion?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was back in wrestling.
He is. Yeah, he has been for a while. So he's the champ.
How's he looking?
He's good. He
Jacked?
looks good. Yeah, always, dude. He's humongous. And he's not too old. He can work great.
Right.
Like, he's the man in there.
Passing a drug test for the UFC?
He's not in the drug pool for the UFC right now. I think he retired from pro fighting.
Probably smart.
Yeah, well, dude, he did a lot for the sport.
Yeah, a lot.
So he announces in the storyline leading up, I'm going to be the number one entrant, and I'm going to beat everybody and basically not have an opponent at WrestleMania is the philosophy. So F you, ha ha ha. He's a jerk champion, and it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And his manager is Paul Heyman, who's great on the mic, and he says this.
I don't think Brock Lesnar would play a good guy very well.
Never, and nor should he.
Right.
So he's the first entrant, and here he comes, Brock Lesnar, right on. And the first guy comes out. I don't even want to say these wrestlers' names because they all just got humiliated. Comes out and just gets squashed in 2 seconds, thrown out of the ring. Brock's just waiting now for like 30 seconds. And then 5, 4, next entrant comes in. Boom, bam, 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 squashes him, throws him out of the ring.
They're coming in one at a time.
They have to. That's the rule. Every 2 minutes, a new superstar comes in. They're calling them superstars and treating them like this, bro. It happens 13 times. 13 wrestlers.
Has that ever happened before?
That he just squashes. Some of them not making their debut, but re-debut. Some of them competing in their first Royal Rumble. Some of them in need of a push, in need of an opportunity to earn the fans' respect and make the fans want to watch him. Brock Lesnar's already done that, so he certainly doesn't even need to be in the Royal Rumble because he's already champion and the winner earns a right to face the champion. There's literally no need for him to be in this. You put him in 13 different dudes, just get to look like trash against him. I mean, it was squash matches. Some of them weren't lasting 10 seconds, okay? Big guys in need of a push, right? Then they get, finally, this guy, Drew Galloway, who was first hired there when I originally worked there. And they would always say, you're never going to get a push because you have an accent. And he was so scared of his accent. And I said, dude.
What's the accent?
He's Scottish.
Got it.
I said, dude, stop.
I like it.
I said, stop trying to sound less Scottish. I said, embrace it, F them, do your thing, and you're going to grow, dude, you're young. Well, they fired him, and then he came back, never changed his accent, but he's more jacked now. He's better versed. He's a better actor, a better wrestler, and now all of a sudden they have no problem with his accent, right? So he's been killing it pretty well on the mic and in his matches, and he gets in there, and he's finally the one that throws Brock Lesnar out. I'm like, damn, they gave this dude a good rub.
He threw him out by himself.
Over the top rope. Yeah, he gets...
within the 2 minutes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter within the what time. Other wrestlers can come in, but he gets credit for throwing Brock Lesnar out, which in the wrestling business is called a rub. And that's a hell of a rub. So Drew Galloway just got over big time. So no need to worry about getting him over anymore because he just got a huge rub. You can now have a storyline with him and Brock on the way to WrestleMania because you don't want to let Drew win the Rumble now. You want to give that opportunity to someone else now to get over because multiple people are supposed to get over in a Royal Rumble match.
So the Royal Rumble is a good way to start new storylines.
Absolutely. And debut talent that's been hidden on the roster see what you've got. Let's give them a few spots, give them an opportunity, see how the crowd reacts. And if they dig it, then we're going to give them some love. If they don't, then they go back down on the roster, as they should. Yeah. As they should. That's the business, right? So you don't need to worry about Drew winning now, but he's going to be in there and he's going to be a player. And they bring all these other wrestlers in. And they tell their stories, which is good. Edge from back in the day came in looking like the old lion with the beard and the lion's mane. And he's just doing a great job. He's jacked, looks great. And he's giving these young bucks all they can handle and making them look great at the same time. Because like you, Josh Wolf, this dude is a pro. And he's not about him. He makes it about them. He already knows how to shine. He's got that on lock. So they're doing the match. I'm texting with my buddy. I'm like, man, who's going to win this? They're not going to let Roman win it after he just had a street fight. That would just be, the crowd would boo too hard. And he's like, I don't know. And they let Drew Galloway win it. And Drew won the Royal Rumble. And now he gets a chance to challenge Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But he already threw him out of the ring. And I'm watching this whole match and I'm like, one dude got over twice.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Like, why didn't you have someone else throw him out? And then let Drew win the Royal Rumble. Like, there's no reason. Or, like, have guys be smart and get out the ring, but not over the top rope and just wait. And be like, you want to play this? All right, I'm going to wait. And then when they're 4 deep, be like, now you're done. And go in and get him and tell that story.
Yeah.
And then he can wreck them on the next few weeks in, like, single stuff, or the next couple months because he doesn't work every week. But instead, they got one dude over twice. And literally only one dude got over in the whole. Edge is already over.
Yeah.
Edge, so he didn't have to have all those huge spots. Like, the crowd loves Edge no matter what. Like, that's just a fact. He's one of the great ones. He's a Hall of Famer, multi-time champion. He's tall, he's big, he's great on the mic, he's good looking, he's everything. He doesn't need to get over. They got one dude over in a 40-plus minute match. One dude, and he got over twice. There's no need for that.
And what are people saying online about it? They liked it.
They're happy with Drew. Everybody wants Drew to get a good push. I don't know how people felt about it. I don't read people's responses to it. This is just how I felt about it. And I'm just sitting there like, that's not what this match was supposed to be. Like, and it's my favorite one. And as great as the Women's Rumble was, that's how sort of the men's one was. Because I'm waiting to see like the other guys do their things, and instead they're just getting treated like ragdolls, bro. Like jobbers.
What's their biggest pay-per-view yearly?
WrestleMania.
It is.
Oh, yeah. UFC wishes it could get WrestleMania numbers.
Really?
Oh, on pay-per-view buys?
Is it worldwide or just mostly the States?
It's worldwide.
Do they travel worldwide? Do they wrestle?
They do live shows all over the world every single year, multiple shows in the same country, in the same city. As far as a grassroots philosophy, no one does it better than the WWE.
I wonder how many tickets they sell a year.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. A house show, which is the travel show, right? With no TV cameras, nothing on. This is just the gate, meaning the price of admission, and then the sale of merchandise. A bad night for them is $182,000 on a house show with no TV. That's a bad night, and those nights don't happen often. Usually it's around $250,000 a night.
You know what? I'd like to have a bad night.
I don't know if I should be throwing those numbers out there, but they average about $250,000 a night.
Say we pay-per-view me and Alien singing Lady. What's a good night? What's a bad night?
I think we get probably 20, 30 buys.
Yeah, I think that. I mean, I got 6 people in my family that would buy it. You, 7?
I'm not buying it. I get it free. I'll watch it on a Reddit page.
Yes, wrestling is like violent theater. That is correct.
It is. It is. I've said this before. It's literally artists' blood, sweat, and tears on a literal canvas.
Yeah.
And that's the definition of art. Now, it's not everybody's taste. Some people don't dig it. And I'm cool with that. But if your argument is it's fake, then mine is so is everything you've ever seen on TV. So we're good. So is Law and Order. So is Star Wars. They're both fake.
Yeah.
And by the way, the fight scene sucked in the second one of the last trilogy with the sword strikes in the background.
Law and Order is fake?
Yeah, bro. Ripped from the headlines might be real, but the rest is fake.
Are you telling me Ice-T isn't actually a police officer?
He might be.
All right.
That's how cool. That's how much I love Ice-T.
Yeah,
he can be whatever he
man.
wants. There was a crap show in like the early 2000s called The Pretender, and it was this guy who could like literally.
I remember that.
Remember, he could be any profession he wanted and be really good at it. If Ice-T was like, came in and was like, hey, man, you're having shoulder surgery and I'm your doctor, I'd be like, we're good. Let's go.
You know
I have
what?
no experience. I trust you. That's how much I love Ice-T.
You know what might be a good...
He had one of the best lines in cinema.
Let's hear it. Oh, are you talking about from New Jack City?
Yes.
Oh!
Everyone knows the line. It's up there literally with, I've come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubble gum. It's almost at that level. And he's got a gun on Wesley Snipes' forehead. And he says, I want to shoot you so bad. My dick's hard. Yeah. And I literally heard that and was like, oh! Yeah. I was like your boy who heard it, hear it in the night.
In the air of the night for the first time. You were like Alien.
I was literally like, that's the most gangster shit I ever heard.
I'm telling you, every dude in the theater who watched that was thinking to themselves, my dick's hard right now, too.
You know how hard it
Coincidence.
Is? Like Ice-T made a dude's dick hard.
It was a great line. You know what might be a fun Mount Rushmore? But I do want to get to something that might be a little serious. But a fun Mount Rushmore is top 4 skills that you would like to have that you don't have.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
I like that.
I could do that.
Okay. I want to touch real quick, guys. And we don't have to talk too much about it. But I feel like somebody asked me about it the other yesterday and the day before. And I just want to give a straight. I did not tweet or Instagram anything out about Kobe and the helicopter crash. Mostly because, guys, it's just not generally my instinct when I'm sad or grieving or upset is to go to social media. And there were a lot of people that should have made posts and people who were close to him or knew him and his family. But it's just not my way of grieving or reacting to things like that. Some of them they are, some, but this seems so personal. But I do want to say something, man. You know, I didn't look, obviously you never imagine people dying in this horrific way. But if you had told me that this was going to happen and you had asked, will this affect you pretty hard? I would have said, I don't think so. I didn't know the guy. I respected him. But it hit me so much harder than I thought it was going to, for so many reasons. But I do want to say this, and I don't like people bringing up the people grieving. Yeah, but Colorado. Yeah, but rapist. Yeah, whatever. Because I want to say this, guys. It is possible for people to make mistakes in their life or make bad choices. I would call that a bad choice instead of a mistake. A mistake is if you check the wrong box on a test. He made a choice. So it's possible for you to make bad choices in your life when you're younger or you think you're invincible or just making a bad choice because we're all humans. But it's possible for that to happen and for him also to be a great man and a great father and a great husband. Man, it's none of your fucking business how he and his wife settled that. It's none of your fucking business. The courts are what the courts are. He didn't go to jail. So this is none of our business either. This is where we're at. For anybody, even the people, there was a Washington Post article and this woman got suspended. I don't know if you saw that. But because one of the first things she posted was, she went back over the rape allegations in the case. Why? And people are like, why? People are getting suspended for posting facts? It's not about posting facts, guys. The facts were irrelevant about that this man, 8 other people, including his daughter, died. Like, this is about common sense and sensitivity, and who the fuck cares? We all already know that happened. Why? And people getting on their high horse about it's facts, man. You can't take facts. It's got nothing to do with it, man. We know the fucking facts already. But the facts also are that this dude had turned his life around. And, man, you know what I really respected? How much he pubbed the WNBA. How much he went and sat in the front row. How much he put pushed that league in women's sports. And he was a dad of girls, man. But I know, and some people have a hard time, come there like, well, how come we're fucking Colorado? Doesn't matter. He loved those girls and he loved his wife. And what he was aspiring to do, which is to teach young people not to make excuses and to have a certain mentality of just success. No, I don't think he expected any of them to be like him and just be like, he was the most tunnel vision.
I think there were plenty of times. That's a fair criticism. I think there are plenty of times he wanted people to be just like him, and there's countless examples
Yes,
of that.
I mean on the court, but I mean like off the court now, like the Mamba Academy and things like that. He really was trying to get young people to get rid of excuses as to why they couldn't do things.
But I think even he would admit there were mistakes in that process.
100%, 100%.
He did want people to have a single focus, and he grew from that. He made tweets about that stuff.
But I think he had matured to the point that, and I'm a Celtics fan, guys, and I hated him. And when I say hate, I hate in a sports way, guys. But as excited as I was to watch him play, because I always loved watching him play, because I loved that look on his face when he played. Him and Jordan are the only people ever to see that. And I'll say this about Kobe. I don't think he's as good as Jordan, but I will tell you, in my lifetime, I've never seen anyone make as many difficult shots. Jordan made a lot of difficult shots, but most of his shots, he was open. He got himself open. Kobe made some shots where I was like, what the fuck and it made me so angry, but happy. But I was more excited for this part of his life because I guess I had never appreciated his intellect and that he was a guy who was like, yeah, basketball was basketball. I am now excited about this second part of my life to dominate, to find new things to dominate. And he had talked about being really, he really wanted to learn how to tell stories. He was, and all this stuff, man, and what a well-rounded Renaissance guy. And I just don't know that when people die, if we need to go back and revisit the dirt, let's just allow this dude and his family to grieve, and the other families on the fucking plane, guys. And so I just want to say, man, the reason I don't post public about it is because I just didn't think it was necessary or needed, and there were a lot of other more qualified people who were close to the guy and knew him and whose lives he affected directly, that I just didn't feel like adding to I just read and respected and liked a lot of posts, maybe commented on a couple, but for those of you wondering why I didn't, they were like, you're a sports fan, man, why don't you? I just didn't feel, for me, that it was the spot.
Yeah, I just don't post about that stuff, and I don't care if people want me to.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
As far as like the negative stuff, that's always exist, and there's just certain people who get into the media to self-promote. It happened when my dad died, and there were people who literally the very next day they were writing like how he caused riots in L.A. for Mexican people wanting a Mexican actor cast, and it's like, all right, get your name out there, bro. And that's all this writer was doing. They're more about their own agenda than reporting any sort of news. And in the day and age we're in now, where accountability is really no longer on the table, although at least she got suspended. But she already got to be more famous because of that, so I don't know how that helps. But because she gets her job back, suspension has an end date. And people want to know how many followers you have now more than what kind of quality journalist you are. So those people are always going to exist. There's always going to be people that say horrible stuff. They won't want to accept the facts and the results of that instance, and it is what it is. That's why I don't really trust people in the media that much.
Yeah,
because celebrities get I've said this before, I know it's boring, but celebrities get dehumanized to the point where they're stalked and hunted like wild game, and to capture a picture of them or a failure of theirs is like putting that head of the animal on your wall, right? It's this digital credit that people want to exchange as currency. I don't like it, but I accept it. I just don't get it because it's not my generation. I'm more about face-to-face stuff. Like, she's not going to write that report if she's, face-to-face with people who are close to Kobe Bryant, because she'll be held accountable for that by people like you who would say, yo, why are you bringing that up when his family's still grieving? Like, you have to show some level of not even sensitivity, common sense. But their brains aren't wired like that. Their brains are about self-promotion, self-promotion, self-promotion. And that got her a lot of followers, I'm sure.
But I don't understand. Here's what it is for me why bring it up? First of all.
Self-promotion.
I know, but like for me, it's so, first of all, you're throwing it back you don't think his wife remembers that happened? Of course she did.
But this writer doesn't care about her. She doesn't care about her feelings. She doesn't care about the other kids who are grown up enough now that they can actually hear about that stuff. There's no humanity there. There's no connection because she doesn't see Kobe or his family as an equal. They're no longer equal. There's something beneath her. They're an animal to study, and they call them subjects, for Christ's sake, when they're going to interview them, the subject. It's like, no, you're having a conversation with a human being. No, I'm conducting an interview with the subject. Like, so there's this dehumanization that goes on this sort of subconscious level, and that's why I always try to speak to people the same way you and I speak. And I don't try to have any air about me. And that's why I come off like a goofy ass a lot of times. But I don't care. Like, that's who I am. If I stay authentic to this, then it can't be misinterpreted. I can easily repeat what I said and go, this is what I meant, and that's how you interpreted it. And there's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But there's always going to be people like that. And the why, which is what you keep, is self-promotion. You don't believe in that, so you don't do it. I don't believe in that either, so I don't do it. But some people don't care.
It's a real bummer. It's a real bummer, man, because...
But it'll always be that way.
Yeah,
so don't let it bum you out, man. Don't let it bum you out. Be you and stay positive and keep the flow going. And that's what you control, because the people that feel that energy, and this goes for all of you, when you enter a room, you bring an energy in that room. I tell this to my wife all the time when she comes home. And that energy sort of governs how everyone's going to feel in that first 60 seconds. So be aware of that. Be aware that you have a presence, no matter... If you're a shrinking violet in the room and you're shy, that may make other people quiet. So remember that, like I'm not trying to say you're responsible for other people's feelings, but your effect, you have to have some responsibility for that. And the first step to that is awareness. Every day when I come home, I'm like, family, dad's home. And I try to make it feel, even if bad stuff happened. And they're like, Freddie, hold on. Rocky did this. I'm like, come here, man, come here. I put an arm around him. And I talk to him, and the degree of the talk is on the degree of the behavior, right?
Yeah.
But he got all 15 of his spelling words right yesterday, so it was rock and roll time.
Man.
But
good for him.
That energy you bring in will be felt. People are sponges, man. They soak it up, and then when you squeeze them at the end of the day, you see what comes out, man.
By the way, that's why Lady felt so good.
Because you're open to it, and you took that energy, and he took your energy. The guy that got him before that didn't want any songs, that energy closed off.
Yeah.
Phones, don't talk to me, no human contact.
Alien was
have
mad.
My phone here. And it's like, that's a way to live. But to me, personally, that's no way to live.
Yeah.
And people prefer that now. I don't want to experience humanity. I can mute voices I don't like. I can block opinions I don't want to hear. I don't have to see or hear anything that's not perfectly in line with my way of thinking. That's a way to live, but to me, that's no way to live. Conflict is good. Kobe used to talk about that. Conflict is good. It helps us grow. It helps us learn. It gives us life experience. And that's why all these young people who they call Generation Z now seem so foreign to older guys like you and I, because they have no ability to deal with obstacles. They have no ability to, once there's an obstacle, I quit, I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's too hard. And it's like, dang, bro, you've been grinding 6 months. It's going to take 6 years.
You know what, dude? I think from here on out, I'm going no headphones in on all my Uber and Lyfts.
Yeah, man, if you don't want to talk to somebody, you can say, hey, man, I'm just enjoying the view, or I'm just going to, rock some music and stuff like that. You can say, but at least communicate that.
Yeah.
Don't be robots, man. Don't be face down, no eye contact. I don't want to acknowledge you exist. You're just a driver, now drive. Like, that's not how human beings were meant to interact.
I have to tell you,
to talk.
I don't do it in any other part of my life. I walk down the street and I say hello to people, which freaks people the fuck out.
I do it just to freak people
Me too.
I do it all the time.
Yo, did I ever
Especially
tell you?
at my kids' school, where the parents are very much like, don't talk to me, I'm in my bubble. I'm like, hey, man, come on. Oh, nope, you're going to shake my hand. There
Freddie,
you go, bro.
Did I ever tell you what I did? When I go to New York, I'm extra friendly to freak people out.
Oh, in New York?
So I got on
God, they must hate you.
I got in an elevator with this dude, right? We get on. We're the only people. And you know those buildings. They're fucking... I was going up to like the... I don't know.
38th floor.
Yeah, and he was going to the 45th.
Yeah.
Like that. So we get in, and he stands far left corner. Now, I don't... What I should do is stand far right corner.
Yes.
I went middle, scooted to the left. So I'm not in his space, but I'm way closer than I should be. Now, I have my headphones in, but not on because I want to hear him. And so I start to sing to myself. You know that in the
Lady.
No, I wish the Charlie's Angels that had Sam Rockwell, where he was a good guy and then a bad guy.
Yes.
And then at the end of the movie, when he turns bad guy, a Marvin Gaye song comes on. I forget how it goes,
What's going on?
But it's like. But I'm doing that in the elevator. And I hear this dude under his breath go, "This motherfucker." Right?
I will say this.
Yeah.
Would have been better to start with, "Hey."
No.
Hi. How you doing?
No. But this is me fucking with him a little bit.
I know.
So right when I hear him say "this motherfucker," I think, "Oh, I got him."
It's too easy.
I got.
Why would he just take that? Fish are so stupid. That's why they take bait.
I got my headphones
like
on. This motherfucker.
If you don't see that sharp hook dangling right behind the worm, he's like, "Nope, this motherfucker."
So I know I got him. So I'm dancing. I'm edging a little bit closer. I can feel his energy from behind me. Like, God damn it! Get out. The 38th floor. Bang! Doors open up. Right. And he looks at me. He goes, "This is your floor." I go, "I think I'm gonna ride over you."
Yeah.
Dude. The doors start to shut. He puts his arm on it. He goes, "The fuck you are." Just like that. He was like, "This is your floor." I go, "Yeah, you're right."
Come on, man.
The fuck you are. Yeah, man. Good stuff. All right. Mount Rushmore of skills. Can I lead?
Go ahead.
Dunking a basketball.
That's pretty good, dude.
Yo, man, if I had a skill, and not like a two-handed, leg crossed Larry Bird dunk. I mean, you know what I mean? Dunking a basketball. It might be the one skill in sports, or if you can do one thing and just be really good at it, what would it be? I'd be like, well, fucking dunking.
Well, yeah, you're flying in the air, man.
It's as close to...
No, people take a picture and you're 6 feet off the ground. You're flying in the air.
You're flying in the air. So for me, dunking a basketball, I just want to experience it one. I know I'm never going to. But
no, but neither am I.
Yeah. When I grew up, dude, across the street, there was an elementary school that had an indoor, full court, 8-foot hoop. And we used to break in to the elementary school on the weekends. We'd slide in.
You did.
Oh, we did. We'd slide in through the bathroom window and we'd go play full court.
Dunk fest.
You were allowed to goaltend. There was a soda machine at the end of the hallway that my brother could reach his arm up into and pull sodas out. So we just drank soda.
Why did you guys leave?
Oh man, we drank sodas and we just dunked balls. Every weekend was fucking amazing. It was in Amherst, Mass. The name of the elementary school was Marks Meadow, which is where I went to elementary school. And we used to break in there, man. Full court, 8-foot, dude.
That's great.
For kids in high school? Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Especially dudes who can't dunk.
Oh, no.
Come on, man.
I felt good,
That's the ego boost of all ego boosts.
I felt real good. There was one kid who played with us every week who could really jump.
Yeah.
And it was almost like he would jump and his upper half of his body was over the rim. I mean, like, legit.
No, it's 8 feet.
Yeah. Waist up. I was like, what kind of dunk is he?
Dr. J.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm like, you're looking down into the basket
Dr.
right
J,
now?
they said, could touch the top of the backboard.
Yeah, man. Legit. That dude. By the way, I went to a basketball camp with there was a guy named Steve Jefferson who taught basketball camp to like 8 of us every year. And he used to tell us how close he was to Dr. J. And we were all like, whatever, man. So one day, and he used to do this basketball camp for us on an outdoor, on a playground in North Amherst. And the playground was called Mill River. And so one day we're down at the court and he goes, man, remember I told you guys we got a special guest today? Dr. Motherfucking J.
Come on, man.
It was me, like 6 other kids, Steve Jefferson, Dr. J. Dr. J signed my basketball, man. And then my brother took it down to Mill River 2 days later and just dribbled that signature right the fuck off of there.
Man, anything you've done to your brother, he deserved.
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose because he caught a foul ball in Fenway Park that I brought to the park to play catch with and I lost in the woods. And I put it back with a different ball, and he was like, "This is not. Where's the
with a different ball.
My ball said like Little League, and his said like Major League Baseball. And I just turned it around, so he didn't see the.
So
Yeah. And he was like, "You know anything about this?" And I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about."
It's just the ball.
Yeah, is that the?
Ball,
and I was like, "That's a
touch.
cool volley. That's a foul ball, man. That's real cool." He was like, "You're gonna try to tell me this Little League ball is the foul ball?" I was like, "That's the one you caught, right?"
Guess they played with the wrong ball. That's crazy. You got a one-of-a-kind thing there. So stupid.
Yeah, he didn't buy it either.
No, man.
So I go dunking a basketball, man.
All right, mine would be language. I saw this documentary called Brain Man a long time ago, and this dude was so smart, he could calculate pi out to like 100 numbers. For real. He could learn a language in 8 hours. They took him, they said, okay, we're going to take you some, but we're not going to tell you where. They took him to Reykjavik, Iceland.
Yeah.
And that's when they said, you need to learn Icelandic. And in 8 hours, he did. He did an interview on their late night talk show. And the interviewer at the end was like, he was having a full-on conversation with me. He could learn languages in like 8 hours and just process all that information. He saw numbers as shapes and colors. So the number 5 was like a sailboat. The number 3 was clouds. And that's how his brain processed information.
That happened to me last night, too.
Well, on different shit. This guy, if he did that, I don't know what. He'd be like Will Wheaton and Daryl, just hacking pole position and driving 1,000 miles an hour. So I would want to be able to speak every language. I would want to be able to just
That's
sit
a great
down
one, man.
with anyone at any table and be like, yes, I can be your dungeon master.
Yeah.
Let's go. And they'd be like, dude, he just did it. He was a dungeon master
that
in
Swahili?
In Arabic, Swahili.
Yeah.
Dude just broke down Japanese. And I'd be like, yes, I'm the greatest dungeon master the world has ever known.
I have to tell you, I like that skill. I'm not sure I would use it for the same reasons that you do.
Nor would anyone else. But that's what I would use it solely for.
Yeah,
People be like, dude, you can bring about world peace.
Nah.
Fuck world peace. Humanity is screwed up already.
Yeah.
I just like playing D&D.
We're doing a worldwide D&D game.
Yeah, I'm doing a samurai one in Osaka today and speaking fluent Japanese.
For me, I know it's going to sound dumb, but I would love to be a mentalist.
Like a dude that bends spoons?
You know that they can kind of read you when they ask you a question, like they can glean information.
Sort of, yeah.
But they can glean.
I've seen these dudes on Penn and Teller's show, yeah.
Right? So the good ones...
This seemed like a goofy skill. I'm not trying to dump on your skill.
Yeah,
I know I am, but this seems goofy.
Well, because here's the deal. That's hilarious.
It's a hustle.
Yes. But it is without a doubt a skill.
Yeah.
Right? And so for me, what that skill entails is being to the nth degree, being able to read people and their tics and their mannerisms.
That's not mentalism.
I think that it's kind of the same thing.
The study of the face is called like the pantomime or something like that. I don't remember the name of that, but I think that's different than mentalism, bro. Mentalism is like you're thinking of the number 3.
Yes, but I would like to know, because the way they do it, I would like to know what they're reading on me.
Bro,
do you know
can
what
go
I mean?
on YouTube, and that's like, it's not that they're reading anything. It's a deductive reasoning based on the choices they give you and what most people select. And that's how they're kind of controlling that situation. But it's a hustle. So it's a skill, but it's not.
But see,
it's not reading tics. I don't think.
What I put in there also, and this may be wrong.
Gotta have a mentalist listener.
Is that Chris Angel? People would say he does really. It's part of that, but part of it is like he does low level hypnotism on people, and they don't know it. Like he does low level stuff. So that fascinates me. That kind of that area, to be able to look and read and interpret what other people are doing and picking up things without them saying or reacting in the way that they would, fascinates me.
I mean, I studied some weird random magician stuff. There's a lot of magicians that have legit magnets surgically placed in their body.
Really?
So that they can control coins and things like that. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They put magnets in their body.
Check out The Amazing Jonathan's Wife.
That's fascinating.
For real.
Fascinating.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. People have accused Chris of having a couple things like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But I've seen other people expose some of his tricks too.
Do they answer comments on here? Yeah, we do every now and then.
Once in a while, man.
Yeah, Brian, every now and then.
See, Yicky the Mando said, yeah, they do it times.
Brian, what are they talking about now? You just go listen, bro.
Yeah, man. Just scooch it back a little.
And by the way, somebody said, yeah, Yicky the Mando, you don't like my skill, but it's a good thing you don't have to pick it.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't mean to dump on it, but it's just like, I feel like you could learn that pretty quick.
I would like to.
It's like 3-card Monty.
No,
like, I wish
man.
3-card Monty was
By the way,
my skill.
Did you see that tweet I sent out where that dude was playing 3-card Monty with those rats?
Yeah.
He
was training
that
them,
was
dude.
so crazy.
That was some wild shit.
Yeah, I really like that one. All right, so.
My next skill, I've always wanted to be tough, right? Like, I always want to be a tough guy. And I feel good about that. I feel really, this might be my number one. I want to have the martial arts skill set to be the world champion, like UFC world champion or boxing world champion. And I don't.
Which one would mean more to you? A boxing
UFC
belt or a UFC belt?
Now UFC. When I was a kid, boxing for sure. But UFC is so universal now.
Okay, I have a better question then. In your dream of dreams, so forget weight class, who would you like to fight to? Who would you like to beat to? Like, to you, who would feel the best? Were you like, oh, that was so fucking cool to beat this guy?
Okay, so I'm weighing like 180 right now.
Doesn't matter. Just forget weight. Forget, because this is dream, right? So who's the person that would make you feel best to beat to win that belt?
Wow. Okay, so like if you get to fight Conor McGregor, that would be pretty sick. But we've seen him lose. So I think I have to pick an undefeated fighter. So maybe like I can't even.
John Jones?
I can't even visualize competing against a Deontay Wilder or John Jones. Like,
right.
I can't even. My fantasy, in my imagination, which is powerful, I can't even see a scenario where that fantasy could come true. So I don't even want to like say their names.
Do you think Wilder could kill you with a punch?
Yeah.
He could kill a human, couldn't he?
I don't think he could. He would. No. You would die.
Right?
Yeah. What are you talking? With no gloves on? You would die, bro.
That dude's punches are...
Dude, he has dynamite in his hands.
Do you know when they freeze... Guys, if you've never watched his fights, but go look at some freeze frame photos of when his fist connects with someone's face.
No, don't.
It literally looks like things are moving in their head.
No, he is so powerful. That's why I'm saying, like, I can't even, like, imagine what it would feel like. Like, I sparred with Tyler Smith, who does a podcast here as well. Just last night, we did some jiu-jitsu, and we finished off with training, and we were just body sparring, right? No headshots, just body sparring. And so, like, 6 minutes in, we were just going for 10 minutes straight. 6 minutes in, he just engages me and is like, I'll take all your shots just to give you, like, 2 shots. And he stung me with one where I literally was like, whoo, that one stung a bit. And I just know I don't have what it takes in that moment.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing, but it still hurt. I laugh when something hurts or when I get really uncomfortable. I laugh too. That's just what I do.
Wait till you see cake farts.
Oh no. So that's my would be. I want to have the skill set to be an MMA champion.
All right. So you ready? This is going to shock you. But you know Simone Biles, that gymnast.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to do what she does.
Oh, dude, that's sick.
I
don't think that's weird at all. It's badass.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know that there's a better athlete in the world. To be able to propel yourself that high.
It looks like CGI.
The combination of her speed and power and agility in that little, like the power to be able to propel yourself that far into the air.
The Avengers movies look more real than what she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the sickest.
I'm absolutely fascinated by her and what her body can do.
Bro, she goes
amazing.
up, and then you see like the momentum stop, and then you're ready for her to come down, and then all of a sudden the momentum just starts again, and I'm like, nah, that's CGI. This is not live. This is imposed. And I'm like, wait, sure. Her body stopped and then started again in midair, man.
I don't know how people don't.
Michael Jordan would do that.
Yes.
You'd be like, oh, and he's about to come down.
He's got a little more.
Went further and didn't push off anything. He just flew. Okay.
Vince Carter.
Vince Carter, but that one time he actually, with his nuts, bounced off the guy's head.
Off his face. Tough way to take a dunk with the nuts in your face.
That's the last day I played basketball.
The most disrespectful dunk of all.
I don't care about my guaranteed contract at that point. I'm like, look, I know I got 40 mil guaranteed. I'm out. I'm going back to Lithuania. That's a wrap.
Man.
I'm going to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Done.
But her skill set to me is superhero like.
Oh yeah. And you have a superhero complex.
Yes.
Which is awesome.
So I would love to have that.
Are you ready for my third skill?
I am.
I'm going to give you theme music.
Oh shit.
Ready?
Yeah. Can I guess with the theme music?
Yeah. You're going to guess before I even do it?
No, I'm going to guess.
Oh, I was like, that's sick. You are a mentalist.
I'm a mentalist. I just
All right.
picked it up.
What am I going to do?
No. I mean, can I guess?
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Are you a rock star?
No, I'm giving you the theme music from the movie to clue you in.
I don't know what the movie is. Hold on a second. Anthony, you know what the movie is?
Yes, they know. No?
No. Does anyone on the board know what that movie was?
Someone's going to type it. Nobody knows? Bro.
Teabagging and wrestling. Nobody was teabagging.
No, he's talking about the guy who got
dunked on. Oh, yeah.
And then I said he'd quit and become a wrestler.
Oh, got it.
You don't. Okay, I'll give you a line from the movie.
Okay.
And then it'll totally give it away.
All right. You know how good I am with lines from
this one. You better remember.
Okay.
I feel the need.
Top Gun. You like to be able to.
Yes.
Yeah, man, that's a good.
To fly.
Oh, that's a really good one.
To fly.
That's a really good one,
bro.
dude.
Come on.
That's a really good one.
And just like remember that video game Afterburner?
Come on,
bro. And now it's real life, but you're good, so you won't crash and die. And you're just doing flips and pulling G's and puking and not caring. Come on. Listen, I flew in a jet once. Okay.
Yeah.
In the 90s, when I was cool, I got invited to Nellis Air Force Base because the deck.
You're still cool, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, man.
The deck sergeant, I think was his name, was Puerto Rican and loved my father, and invited me to fly in the back seat of an F-102, I think it was, whatever the two-seater was. And I was like, yes, please. I was like 26, 27 years old. All I do is take a picture with him. That was it. So I go down. I'm like, let's go. He's like, whoa. There's an 8-hour seminar we got to sit through and talk to you about. I was like, 8 hours? I'm in my 20s. I'm not the most patient man. I was like,
yeah.
I almost tap out. I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to fly jets. And like I'm going to fly. And in my mind, by the way, the night before, I'm literally having fantasies of the pilot going, hey, man, if you want to take the stick.
Yeah.
Because you
Can I ask you, when you have those fantasies, do you do the whole conversation, the back and forth?
Out loud, bro.
Yeah, right. I do too.
I legit talk out loud.
Yeah, you gotta have that conversation.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
how many times?
Okay with that?
How many times did you have the conversation?
A
couple times, right?
Way more than a couple.
Yeah.
I even had a scenario. I'm not joking. I even had a scenario where in the flight we're attacked, and I have to be his goose. Dude, and he's literally like, you have to activate the back radar. I'm like, I got you, man. He's like, they're coming around our back. Keep your eye on them. I'm like, I got you, bro. You're and like literally saving America.
Love it, man.
I do. Yeah. I have those fantasies all the time. So we get in this. I finally go through the class. They teach you how to breathe during certain movements that the plane's going to make. And you literally have to like tighten your chest and or you'll pass out, straight up pass out, which I almost did twice.
Yeah.
Okay. To where I tapped out before I passed out, basically. The first time he did it.
What do you mean tap out? You can hit his.
I was like, we're good. Like I was about to pass out. And then he pulled out of the turn so that I didn't literally go black. I almost, like you're getting choked out. Like I almost blacked out 2 different times when he's pulling moves.
What happens if you black out?
You wake up once the G stop. It's all your blood is getting pressed back. And so it's not flowing freely. And when that blood doesn't go to your brain, it makes you pass out. And that's what happens. So there's a different way to breathe they teach you that helps your body from being compressed into the seat. It's like labor breathing, bro.
Oh, no.
It's no joke. It's no joke. I got a little nervous even in my 20s to do this. But we do it. We go up. I go, can we fly over Area 51? He's like, shut up, man. So, but I'm in my 20s.
Yeah.
I go, how long would it take us to get to Los Angeles? Dude, I can't see him. That's just a speaker. I'm behind him. He goes, about 11 minutes.
No! 11 minutes?
I was just like, bro, I want to steal this plane from you so bad.
11 minutes.
Eject over my house and land in my backyard like a gangster.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, listen, man, I'll be right. It's halftime. Yeah, I'll be right there.
I mean, come on.
God.
Airplane, that would be my skill.
All right.
What's your 4th, bro?
Well, listen, my 4th, I'm going back and forth in between a few things. I have to tell you, to be able to experience surfing inside of one of these giant waves,
like big wave surfing,
to be able to experience what that's like. And I'll tell you why it's up there for me.
Virtual reality game developers, here's your opportunity to make money off Josh.
I'll tell you why it's super, why I love it, or why I want to be able to have this skill. Because I'm scared of the ocean.
Yeah.
The ocean is one thing because it's just massive and powerful. And and
it's worthy of your fear and respect.
You can't see what's under.
Well, not in our ocean.
But you know what I mean. But so like, and at any moment, that ocean can swallow you up.
Yeah, bro.
And so it's always made me, the unknown of it and its power has always made me nervous. But when I look at those guys in those huge waves, I think it must be incredibly loud, but incredibly quiet at the same time. Like, it is truly just you in this giant thing that is so powerful that it could crush you in a second.
So I've caught some small tubes.
Yeah.
And got to experience that when I was a shortboard rider. Never at that level.
Yeah.
I never surfed waves, even when I was young, that were 6 feet or more. Like, I was a 5-footer.
Those dudes do those monster fucking
they're
waves,
doing
Freddie.
20, 30, 40 foot just demons,
yeah.
right? And it's nothing for them. And it's so intimidating. I never, even at my bravest, never had the balls to do that. Chris Klein invited me to Bali to go big wave surf. I was like, dude, you're crazy.
Does he do that?
He used to. I don't know if he still does. He was like, bro, they're paying for the whole trip. I was like, they're paying for my death. Like, I can't surf that. He's like, they're going to jet ski us out. I'm like, no, they're not jet skiing me. If I can't paddle it, I don't surf it.
Yeah. Do people paddle up those waves?
They get jet skied out a lot of times. But there are some actually really cool drones that surfers have programmed to fly with them while they tube surf. I don't know how, but I've seen it on Instagram, so you can kind of get a feeling for it. But what I wanted to tell you was there's a virtual reality center really close to my house, and if those don't make you sick, we should go check it out. It might be a trash shit spot. I don't know.
I would love to, man.
Cool stuff. But there's got to be a surf sim out there or a game developer willing to make one, because that would be awesome for people who can't get to the ocean, or people maybe you're handicapped, you can't surf, you can't do that. To experience that wave, I would think that would blow people's minds.
I want to know, in that, is it called a tunnel? Whatever it is.
You can call it a tube, a pipe, a tunnel,
that
whatever
tube,
you want.
It has to be, the noise has to be all encompassing. I'm sure it's incredibly loud.
It's probably like a sound machine for a baby.
Yeah, but you know how like some things can be really loud but also silent at the same time?
In the small ones, the few that I've been, it's like being next to a waterfall is what it sounds like.
Really?
Just.
Do you feel, because
that's why you surf. You feel energy that you are not in control.
That's what it is.
That's why almost every surfer surfs.
To me, to feel the power and to be at its mercy, but to also, not control isn't the right word, but to live alongside. Yeah,
man.
I mean, it fascinates me. And so I know I'll never have that skill. And I'm not sure that I would, at this point in my life, be willing to put in the work to even learn on the smaller level. But man, that seems to me, for me, like, out of all of these, it's the one that I've thought of the most. It's the picturing myself in that tube, in the thing that possibly scares me the most. Yeah. To be in there and experiencing it.
It's got to be a way to VR it.
That for me, like, I look at these guys, man, and I have such respect for those dudes who do that.
They're animals, man. They're animals.
And
fearless.
Fearless, without a doubt.
Bro, they're fearless. They're looking for the wave that you and I run from. They're looking for it.
But like, that wave could kill them in a...
It's not about it. It's that wave has an energy that they want to be a part of, and they're looking for it while you and I feel that energy and we run. Yeah,
and I will tell you, the few times that I've had a chance to talk to surfers, they have a thing about them, and I don't know what it's from, but they all have a certain thing about them that I really like, man. A certain attitude and a certain outlook on life.
They're connected to the earth differently than a stockbroker is.
Yeah, man. And I haven't met a bunch of them, but man, it's so much respect for those guys and the dudes that I have met, and women too. It's just amazing. So that, for me, that would be number 4.
Well, my 4th is boring to most people. I would like to be able to program code and be a video game developer, because I got a million stories and I think they would be great. But instead, I'm going to finish with a funny surfing story. that'll make you laugh.
All right.
So I was surfing a break down by Artesia, California, so south of here, about an hour and 15 minutes off the Redondo Beach exit off the 405 down there. So it's a locals break, okay? And you don't mess with locals waves, right? And there's something called like dropping in on somebody, where you're taking someone's wave and dropping inside them, taking away their wave and their path, and that is not acceptable. Now, there's also something called spongers, which are guys that ride boogie boards, okay? And boogie boarders and surfers have like Jets and Sharks beef, right? Like our beach, ours too. Our beach, ours too. And it is not cool. And the surfboard is bigger, so it usually wins these fights. Well, I was down there with a bunch of jiu-jitsu guys, and I was like, yo, man, like, I don't want to be on locals waves and be getting in trouble. And all these like big MMA guys were like, bro, we're the locals. And I was like, oh, and then let's go surf. Like, nobody's going to jump in on everybody.
Right.
So we're out there surfing. We're doing our thing, having fun. And we're early. And as the set dies, we kind of all come in. And there's some boogie boarders now going out there. And this surfer, who they didn't know, drops in on a boogie boarder. And the boogie boarder's kind of pissed about it, and he's barking at him, and the guy's like, I feel, and giving him the finger. About 5 minutes go by, next set comes, and both these guys see a wave, and the boogie boarder has the wave again. And the surfer's now going to cut inside him and take away his line because the break's going right to left. So the boogie boarder's traveling to the left. The surfer was inside him on the same momentum and goes to cut the wave. This dude on the boogie board, one hand grabs his surfboard while he's standing up, pulls it out from under his feet, and launches it over the wave, cuts off his own wave now, doesn't even ride it into shore, paddles straight toward the surfer, and gives him an ocean beatdown.
No!
Okay? In the ocean, holding his boogie board with one hand and busting my man in the chops with his other hand, okay? The surfboard wasn't leashed to the guy's ankle. He just chucked it, okay? Surfboard's gone. Then the guy just grabs a wave, comes in, sits. The guy's surfboard's washed up on shore, and he just sits next to the guy's surfboard, cross-legged next to it, like, come get it. Like, I'm going to beat your ass again.
Did he come get it?
Bro, I'm sitting there with Brian, and I was like, hey, man, we're staying, right? And he goes, no, man, one of these guys is going to get shot. I'm under a UFC contract. I was like, yo, it gets like that down here? He's like, yeah, bro. The guy comes in off the beach. We're already walking in. His face is covered in blood. Both guys are standing there. No gun, but they fought, and it was no joke. Like, nobody was trying to break it up. Everybody was like, let them go. The boogie boarder guy ends up on top, beats this dude's ass, gets him in an armbar. The guy taps, let's go, pats him on the stomach, leaves. I was like, dude, that's the most gangster boogie boarder ever. These guys get owned on and smashed on all the time because nobody respects them. They call them spongers. I guarantee you this dude surfed that break any single time he wanted. He was a legit dude, trained jiu-jitsu, knew his stuff, was fearless, and one-handed a board and
That's
chucked
amazing,
it
dude.
while surfing the same way or sponging the same wave. Gangster. But my fourth skill would be making video games. I would make you a surfing VR game.
I would like that with BB-8.
With BB-8 as your
I
guy.
got it right, didn't I?
He'd be your drone. Yeah, that was good. That sounds just like BB-8.
Yeah, BB-8. Guys, listen. I'm looking at your Pleasure Beach. I don't know what that means. Feel.
They probably know the beach.
Okay, everybody. Brian does want to know, how many years did you take to learn to surf 5-footers?
I probably didn't ride a 5-footer until 3 or 4 years. And I just loved riding like 2-3 foot slow rollers down in San Onofre Beach before San Diego.
Yeah.
You just ride them all the way into shore. And then I had about 2 years where I liked bigger waves, like 5-footers and stuff like that. Where are you at this weekend, dude? What are you doing?
Guys, I'm in Huntsville, Alabama this weekend.
Huntsville.
Can't wait to get there. Week after, I'm at the Mall of America in Bloomington. Let me just tell you something. Man, the live shows, Freddie, I'm so
dirty
happy with where I'm at right now.
Good, man.
I'm so happy with where I am with
Comedy's
my stand-up.
a roller coaster, and you're very open and honest. So our longtime listeners have been on this ride with you, man.
I'm so happy, man. And if you guys are curious at all what the live shows are, I just come check it out. It's a good time.
That last half hour's loose. So Huntsville, then the Mall of America,
and then I'm doing my special in Spokane, Washington, guys.
Yay.
I don't doing it at a theater and all that is just not important to me. Making it seem like a big stage, and it's just I like performing at comedy clubs.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do it at a comedy club. I'm gonna do it in Spokane, Washington, because man, places like New York and Dallas and Boston and Chicago, and they get all the specials. And so that's why I did it at Boise the first time, and I want to go to Spokane because nobody.
Joe Rogan liked that vibe too. He had a special that was all comedy club.
Yeah, man.
I love that.
And it's a smaller city, and they don't get a whole lot of people filming specials and shit up there. And I like the people up there, and it's kind of my vibe. I'm kind of a blue collary vibe dude, anyways. So Spokane, Washington, I'm up there, and I'll be doing the special in March. Man, it's just like tickets for a comedy club because that's where I'm having it. So if you want to go check it out, you better start getting tickets now.
Nice, dude. Well, tomorrow night right here on the channel at 5 p.m., Galaxy of Crime is on a hiatus. We're doing... That's
great
our
sign.
sign.
It's a great sign.
We're doing the Oregon Trail. I have a super funny cast. Mark Ellis is going to be a part of it. Last time he died of dysentery.
He's so funny.
And you don't want to die from dysentery. Nobody wants that kind of diarrhea. Nobody wants to be vomiting.
I don't think anybody wants any kind of diarrhea.
Hey, you never know.
That's true.
You might have eaten something you don't like. You might be trying to cut weight.
Yep.
It's good diarrhea.
Just that kind of diarrhea.
But Mark's coming. Lauren's coming. She also died of dysentery the last time we played, right after Mark.
Was she the eager beaver?
We call her the bald eagle.
Bald eagle, that's right.
That's right. Don't let her live that down.
Yeah, bald eagle.
Myself, Rio, and Claire Grant, and we're all going to sit and play. So it won't be as long. These games usually last about an hour. And then Friday, we'll be live again at 1 p.m. like we always are. I'm getting ready to debut a new game called 25 Outlaws, which is Old West poker, but you can rob the people you're playing with and quick draw them. It is really fun.
Yeah.
There's lots of bluffing in the game and bluffing in some of the other elements of the game. It's going to be a really fun stream, and I'm going to try to debut that next week. I'm just going to run a practice game at my house first.
I'm going to bring in another game. You know, I brought in that one game, Super
Fight. We always play. I just had Rob Liefeld, who created Deadpool.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, who would be better at Super Fight than a guy who creates people with powers? And he crushed.
Okay, I'm going to bring you in another game next week for you and I. I think it's called Are You Stupid? Yeah. And it's just a bunch of facts.
I can answer that right now.
It's a bunch it's a game that asks a bunch of facts, like questions
that we're
like
gonna get wrong.
Yes, like questions like how many dogs are there in the world?
That's easy. 7.
Yeah, that's right. How many? By the way, I know the answer because I've asked a couple people. How many dogs do you think there are in the world?
1 trillion dogs.
More dogs than people.
Yeah.
525 million. By the way, most people go over. Most people go in the billions. But this game is so funny because...
Well, I'm 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah. I only asked one question, which was the best thing about you being 2 for 2.
I'm good at games. Good at games, bro.
That's amazing. He went 2 for 2 on the only question we've asked. Oh, Gage, thanks for joining us. Hey, buddy, let me tell you, I want to know when you're going back to your red hair. Gouge.
It's seasonal, Josh.
Is it?
It's like pomegranates.
Is it pumpkin spice latte? Are you going curly hair?
Yep.
Yeah,
you going straight Jufro?
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Guys,
you should try that. Your fro's nice.
Prinze and the Wolf.
All awkward. Your fro's nice. Prinze and the Wolf.